Our wide bent over row is a strength move for the back. We are also hitting a little bit of those rear delts, so the back of those shoulders. This is a variant exercise from our normal bent over rows. So if you want a little bit more in depth on getting into the details of setup for these bent over rows, go watch our normal bent over row or our bent over dumbbell row videos. This will kind of go a little bit more in depth for that. This video is going to focus on just the variant of it, so the little changes that are different. So, positioning or setup for this one, grab those weights, hinge on over, push that butt out. Remember, back is staying nice and straight, legs are staying slightly bent, getting that upper body fairly parallel to the floor. Now, a normal bent over row is to where those palms are facing each other in that neutral grip position. A wide one is to where those palms are facing behind us here. Weights are hanging down right below my chest. I'm going to flare my elbows out as I pull those dumbbells up to about sternum height and then relax them back down. So again, elbows are flaring out, coming up to the sternum. If you remember, for a normal bent over row or even a bent reverse grip row, those elbows hug the body. This one, those elbows are flaring out. That's where we're getting a little bit more of that upper back and those rear shoulders throughout this movement, eliminating a little bit of the biceps being able to kind of help throughout this exercise. So again, normal bent over row, remember elbows going straight back, wide, elbows flaring out. Common mistakes for this exercise, very similar to the common mistakes for those normal bent over rows. Like I said, if you want a little more in detail, watch that video for our normal bent over dumbbell rows. Biggest thing though, rounding the back, not focusing on that hip movement, and keeping that back nice and straight. Another big error with this one, not flaring the elbows out nice and wide, instead kind of just pulling up like this to where the wrists are staying in close. We want to flare on out to where that wrist is below the elbow at the top of that movement here. That'll eliminate those forearms and those biceps from being able to help quite so much with this movement. The last biggest error on this one, not getting hinged over, instead standing up, kind of doing like in between an upright row and a bent row on this one, engaging more of our traps. This is an upper back exercise. Get hinged over as much as you can here to kind of isolate that back and take the traps out of that movement.